So today, all I'm going to be doing with this bike is firing it up, warming it up, making sure there's no huge amounts of smoke, and pumping the tyres, checking they're right, and actually letting it idle for a few minutes to make sure the temperature stays at a normal level and doesn't overheat. It accelerates so violently. Touch this throttle here. Bloody hell. The whole bike moves. I'm just going to keep an eye on the back and the temperature for a few minutes while I pump the tyres. Making sure there's no smoke. So the best way to really get this bike up to temperature is to take it for a spin. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll let you know how the ride goes when I get back. Wow. After taking this bike out, it is unbelievable. It's got a fairly quick throttle. It's maxed out. So it's got some sort of quick throttle on it. It maxes out, you know, even on the tiniest touch. At first, it's very hard to pull away. On the 125, you have to give it some. On this, you have to actually be really gentle. And then you fully throttle it quick because it's a quick throttle, quick action throttle, and it just flies so fast. Maybe actually too fast for my needs. I'm not sure if I'd get into a fair amount of trouble on that bike. I'm going to let it idle for a bit. I'm going to keep an eye on this. I'm going to give it 5 more minutes it is in the middle. That's exactly where it should be. 5 more minutes and give it a wipe down. It's all a bit dirty. And then we've got a good bike here. I was looking online yesterday and these bikes go for around £1,500. Considering this one owes me, God, it owes me kind of 600 at this stage. It might need an MOT, it might need some brake pads. That'll be 700. If I could sell it for 12 to 15, it'd be a great profit. The other thing that's annoying is this doesn't lock, so it comes back when you throttle it. So I'm gonna have to work out maybe some Velcro and sort that out. I'm not sure if I can get a new lock here. Maybe I can. It's obviously missing some sort of clip. I'll look into that. But otherwise a bit of Velcro will sort that right out. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that was on before. I'll look through the book and see what that says. It's not getting overheating at this stage, so it should be fine. Or is that the stand? That's the stand actually. That's to remind us that it's on the stand. So yeah, I'm going to give it 5-10 more minutes, see how high the needle climbs. Otherwise, this bike's going to go for an MOT on Saturday, hopefully pass, and maybe be ready to pass on to someone else. I'm finding it quite difficult to let go of my little Ghetto Fly over there. So you can hear now that the fan has come on. It is blowing, I can feel it. And it's switched off, perfect. The bike's doing exactly what it should be doing. Yeah, it's brilliant. I was going to do the exhaust, wasn't I? Give it a bit of a touch up. I'll let it cool down a bit first, and then we'll look at that. There's not much touching up I can do here, which is a shame. Tempting to just do like a black line or something, but that'd be a bit silly. If I could mix a similar green, this bit probably wouldn't be too hard to do. Just kind of green on there and maybe bits of black. Just kind of can't be asked. Yeah, okay. Well, there it is, the bike runs, rides. The front mudguard should be ready to go back on. The exhaust can do with a bit of paint. The exhaust shield can be painted, maybe gloss black. And then I don't know about this one. Keep it or sell it, I'm not sure yet. So here's the mudguard fix from yesterday. You can see the JB weld there. This is JBL weld. So it's rock solid, although it's still a bit tacky at the moment. And then I used bits of glue on this side. I think this repair will hold up. I'm very tempted to lay some JB weld along here as well, but it's got super glue. I'm gonna get it back on the bike and see how it holds up for a few days, I think. It seems solid. As solid as it's gonna get. So I'm gonna bolt that back on and it'll look like a full bike again. And then start looking at the exhaust, giving it a bit of paint. So for now I've done a couple of bits that I discussed. I've done the actual rear exhaust and the shield. They look much better actually. I've also put some green on this panel here just to touch it up. Now I know it kind of doesn't work here because of the red, or here, but if I can get some red it looks better. At least the white was very obvious, and I might be able to cut some of this back so that just the scratches are filled, although I've tried that before and it didn't really work. But yeah, at this stage that's what I've done. So I've got a good running bike here, runs and rides very well, and it's starting to look a bit neater as well, so that's great. Front mudguard's on, it's fine, it feels quite sturdy. It needs a good clean, the whole bike. I think a bit of spray and shine would sort the whole bike out, so I'll give it a day or two and I'll give it a wipe and do some spray and shine. I'm very pleased with the bike at this stage. It's a nice bike, it's very smooth, it's very fast. It seems like it's really going to do the job. Although, if I can double my money on it, with an MOT it will owe me $6.57. Online they sell for around 15. So if I could get 12 or 13 for it, I'd be silly not to take it. So I might advertise it anyway and see who has interest.